Example of a time where I was able to see like a more like spiritual meaning of the tarot, and uh, like something happened that I was unable to explain um, because it was so bizarre. So one time, a friend of mine, I asked him if he wanted to draw from the tarot deck, and he was like, "Yeah." And I guess he thought that tarot was more of like a card game, and I was having a really difficult time explaining to him like how tarot works, or how at least uh, how I draw tarot. And like he just wasn't getting what I was talking about, uh, and I was starting to stumble with my words. So I was like, okay, let's just do an example. Um, and he's like, okay. So I tried to think of something easy that I could ask the tarot deck. So I decided to ask it about, another friend that we both have who's like kind of grown a little bit distant, especially from my friend who was drawing the tarot with me. Um, there's been no communication there, and I haven't hung out with this friend who I was asking the tarot about in like 9 months. I hadn't hung out with him since then. Um, so we just went ahead and I just drew a card, and it was a random card. But what happened was the friend who I was showing tarot to, he thought the card was like really cool looking, and he wanted to like look at it closer. So say this is the card that I drew. He thought it was really cool, so he picked it up, and under that card in the deck was the Judgment card. So he picked this one up to look at it closer, and then he revealed this one. And what's interesting about that is that this card is the only tarot card that I can actually relate to this other friend who I was asking the tarot about. And that's because the last time we hung out, he was asking me about the number 144. And like naturally, I went home and did some research, and I made this like huge Google Docs document like about the number 144, and like somehow I like ended up relating 144 to the Judgment card. I think because Judgment, here we can look it up. Judgment, yeah, equals 144 in the reverse cipher. So with the alphabetic order in reverse. But that was just so completely bizarre, and it like blew my mind because like had my friend not picked that card up, then the Judgment card wouldn't have been revealed, and that like superior like spiritual meaning that like the meaning that only comes from complete purpose and like the randomness. Like if I had drawn any other card, I wouldn't have made that connection to this other friend. And the friend who I was showing tarot to, we were just blown away. Um, I mean, it's quite astounding, to think that there could be something like spiritual going on with a pack of cards.